Ryan Little. Ryan Little.
No! First one? First one? Oh, no! Come on! Come on! No, oh, it's still alive! It's still alive! No! Oh, God! Come here. Eat. Get rid of it! I'm spectating. No, I got knocked out! Eric coming in like every night. Light him up.
Jack it up.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Shiny! 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 We have to get Merlin. We have to get Merlin. What is it? What is it? What is it? Water orb! I have this! Tabby, go. Whoa! Oh my God!
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I see for the couch?
Our marriage.
Mic check. Microphone check. Check 2 1 2. What you're gonna do when we got a surprise stream, an announcement dropping for you, bars. All right, we got mic checks. We got checks in the chat. We're gonna hang out. Yeah, we're gonna hang out. Yo. We got yos in the chat. We got checks in the chat. Dylan, Cindy, Dan, and the little one, the chosen one. Rita, Trisha, David M, Steffe, Stargeezer. Let's go, Chris, Metatron, Danielle, and Eeny Meeny Miny with Cindy running it off on both Twitch and, of course, YouTube. Ooh, Jenny's hanging out, and Becky is at work. Yeah. This is a surprise one that came out of nowhere. Lee's over on Twitch as well with Cindy, Stargeezer, and Micah with the checks. What's up, y'all? This is spur of the moment, and I just was like, I got to talk about this because I don't know if I can hang out that long. It's crazy right now. I don't know why my sound alerts aren't working. Oh, we got an update. Here, but keeping busy, says the Neverland. What's up, the Neverland? Also, Magical Monday. I know. Major Vaughn. What is good? Mercury. Magic Monday live stream. Used to be, was it Merlin Mondays? We used to do when we had to reschedule. When we couldn't do. What was it? When we couldn't do our streams. So. Oh my gosh. Yo, it's your boy James over XpectoGO. For you guys listening to greatest in Wizarding World content today. We got some news, guys. We got some news. The Harry Potter TV series specifically has begun filming, and we got our first look at Harry, played by Dominic Mclaughlin, and we got more casting. And I'm not going to go too much into the casting because I would save at least some of it for Wizarding Wednesday. Make sure you guys will be there for Wizarding Wednesday, 4:30 Eastern. But I wanted to go over just this look at Harry, break down the image, and this Variety article that kind of breaks down everything in regards to even the new time frame in regards to the release of the series, and of course more of the casting there, which again we'll gloss over, but we'll go more in depth on Wednesday for Wizarding Wednesday. The good of it. The good of it, yes. Hello, Fred. Hey, Jen Kick. No, what's up, Jen? Just ordered me some food. I saw you went live. It's clutch. Let's go. Yes, rolling bit one day. How cute is Harry? He's so adorable. Step back. I know. Hey, always remember. Yeah, I'd still rather reread the Harry Potter books. Just adding more small details from the book won't change the overall story. Yep. Agreed. Thank you for the super chat. Let me give Nifflers and gifts in the chat. Thank you. And yeah, totally agree. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I I don't even know, like, I was just going to the pictures, I guess. Hey, Corgi Chico, it is good. I just go into the pictures, I guess. And like we can go from there. Oh my gosh, let me save this right quick. Chat notifications, user play alert. Alright, let me save that, see if that'll work. Oh my gosh. Let me see other alerts. And we get that. Oh my gosh. Well, like overall, just like initial like feelings. If you guys aren't already, be sure to join our Discord. Link will be in the chat or in the description below. Just overall, like you guys, it's clutch, bro. It's so clutch. Let me see this and put this here. Go to properties. I'm doing this. Paste. Okay, hopefully it works there. And we can do that. Still waiting for P's casting. Bro, fingers crossed it's my boy. Anthony. Jason, not Jason. Is it Jason? Yeah, Jason Anthony. Jason Anthony. Hopefully it's that. Hopefully. Or is it, they're not going to change the ending like Harry leaves in the Triwizard? No, they're not going to change anything. Always remember. Which another super chat. Thank you so much. Let me get my Nifflers and gifts in the chat. Yeah, this is supposed to be book accurate according to the things. With looks like some, at least some freedoms, I want to say, that they're relaying or utilizing. So I'm not mad at them for that, for sure. The boy they have playing Dudley looks like he can handle portraying a bully and having a change of heart. Yeah, let's hope Jason Anthony for P's 100% for sure. But yo, let me get some yo's in the chat. Let's get right into the latest and greatest, and we're gonna go over our first look at Harry, and then we'll go into the Harry Potter article, courtesy of Variety, which yeah. Yeah, it's just clutch. There's so much going on right now too. Oh my gosh. All right, we got yo's in the chat. Let's get right into the latest and greatest. Over. Addict latest secret. The latest and greatest.
Ryan Little.
All right, microphone check. We are back. And here's our first official look at Harry Potter. We actually get a post from the official Harry Potter Instagram and across their many socials with them saying, excuse me, and I quote, the HBO first years step forward. I love that. The HBO original Harry Potter series is now in production. And they're giving us our first look at young Harry with his robes, and a lot of things will break down, especially this and the fit and his face and the eyes and everything. But they're on set, they're filming, and it looks like they're starting to film like maybe the Sorting Hat scene, his first visit to Hogwarts, but it's not even he. No, he has the red, so it looks like he's already been sorted already. So this could be after the Sorting Hat, some shenanigans happening in the first season from the first book, The Philosopher's Stone. So it's interesting they're starting there for sure. Or he could have just put this on just for the picture. And maybe they're starting somewhere else. But the excitement is everywhere. We even got posts from Wizarding World Direct. Friends of the channel follow us over on Twitter or X, and posting first official look at Harry Potter as well. And again, it's just, he's so cute. With always remember, again, I think this is the appropriate situation to use the phrase planting a few more trees in the Amazon doesn't make it different. For sure. I saw a post that Potions Classroom was the first thing to be shot. Take that with a grain of salt, though. I did see that too, Becky. I did see that. I think it was Wizarding World Direct had said something about that, which is, that's going to be interesting. If that's the first like shot of them filming, that's going to be crazy. So, at first initial thoughts, he looks perfect. Messy hair, the smile, the glasses. We'll get into his eyes and everything. The black robes from the movies and everything. I mean, it's just he looks like Harry. And again, I keep saying this every time we get news in regards to the TV series. Whether it's leaks, whether it's photos, whether it's information, it just makes it become more and more real. And now that we have this, like, it's just like, it's legit, like it's happening. Harry Potter, episode 101. So they're filming. It looks like at least they're filming the first episode. So they're going to do a lot in the first episode. With the slate and so anyway, all that to say, your boy is excited, and I want to break down this picture even more now. So let's zoom right on in. So first, I mean, the eyes. It's like a subtle green, mostly blue, I want to say. Over here on both eyes, maybe even grayish looking. Love the freckles he has, but the eyes and the scars are the first thing that stands out. Now, if I remember correctly, the scar is usually was in the center in the books, if I want to believe, because he used to cover it up with his bangs. But it looks like it's right here, and I think Parrish in Discord pointed it out. It looks like a 10-year-old scar. You remember how in the movies, the scar kind of felt like it was like pretty new, even though he got it when he was like 1 year old. And you can explain that away by just magic. You know, it's something that lasts forever and it's not going to heal. Maybe it's a scar that's not meant to heal because it's something that's always with him. And eventually knowing what the scar represents and how he is a Horcrux. Maybe that was what they were going for with the movies. But it looks like they're going for a healed scar with a just subtle outline with the lightning bolt, which is the motion or the wand movement for the spell Avada Kedavra that Voldemort used on Lily, which she bounced back at Voldemort. So I that's a subtle detail that just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that's like, ooh, they're going changes just for the change. No, this change or this subtle detail makes sense in the grand scheme of a 10-year-old scar, you know? So I like that. I like that a lot. Again, I thought it would be centered a little bit more, but they're keeping it over the right eye or right eyebrow, just like in the movies. So, and again, going back to the eyes, I mean, it looks like there could be some green there. It could be just my lighting. Who knows? Hey, Renyard celebrating 19 months Patronus Squad. I say his eyes are somewhat turquoise. Okay, be right back. Thanks, Steffi. I don't think it says where the scar is over his forehead. True. Look, Voldy's aim wasn't so good in the TV series. Yeah. Rita says hi. Hey, Rita, miss you. Hope everything's going well. Here's this game, Bellatrix, baby. Yeah, give him giant hugs for me. Yes, give the little one giant hugs from us. Twim over on Twitch. What is good? So yeah, we got our first just like a little bit of details with the freckles, the eyes, and even the scar, which I love. Another thing to point out is the messy hair. Like, he looks like, somebody said on Twitter or X, like, he looks like Daniel Radcliffe, and I just put jokingly, he looks like Daniel Radcliffe as Harry, because Daniel Radcliffe looked like Harry. So in a sense, both of them look like Harry, you know? Like, they look exactly like how I would think Harry would look, which is pretty cool. So, I love that. And he just seems so joyful and happy, and like, you know, I'm like, Harry, let me tell you about your future. I was like, smile now, because things are going to get dark quick after the first couple of seasons at Hogwarts. But nonetheless, excited for this actor. Again, the name is Dominic McLaughlin. So it's cool. Calypso, what is good? Welcome to the stream. Celebrated, with the tier 1 sub. Celebrated 29 months of Patronus Squad. You're the best, Jays. Go, XpectoGO. What is up? Oh my gosh. Have they confirmed that this TV series would tie in with Hogwarts Legacy 2? Travis, now that's a great question. Who was it? I want to say the CFO was one of the ones that said the Hogwarts Legacy sequel will tie into the TV series. So it is confirmed because it comes from a Warner Brothers official sources, like higher ups. This is an official quote from them, which I've gone over numerous times. So yeah, it's confirmed. Like, that's what they're trying to do. Whether it's going to happen or not, that's a different story. But they have said they plan on linking both Hogwarts Legacy narratively with the upcoming Harry Potter TV series, which is this. So yeah, it's confirmed. It's confirmed, Travis. Looks great. Great to see the excitement around the fan base. Bartello, that's another thing too. The excitement is everywhere. A lot of people are just like posting, reposting, sharing photos, sharing their thoughts. Discord, we shared, Becky shared the official link, and Dylan posted even the Wizarding World link, and everybody's just been buzzing in regards to just their initial thoughts. So that's always cool to see. Like, it's always cool to see Wizarding World get excited. So moving down to the fit, we got the Gryffindor from the audiobooks. Gryffindor looks like fit with the maroon and even gold on the vest, and the robes seemingly all black with no trim like in Hogwarts Legacy. Again, getting their inspiration from the movies, at least with the robes design. I love how big the robes are as well. But the colors, the tie with the red and gold trim on the vest or sweater vest, trim of red and gold as well, or maroon and gold. So he's already been sorted. He's in Gryffindor house right now, at least according to this image. And again, I said it earlier, he could just have put this on just for the official first look, just so they can put it out there. But I want to pull from The Kid Looks Amazing, book accurate. Agreed, Calypso. Agreed. Let me be best friends with Draco, says Chris. I don't see a badge, Critter. Badge might be behind the sign. Yeah. Which is smart because I want to see if they go with the Hogwarts Legacy badge or not. Or would they go... Ravenclaws, I hope you guys get the book accurate blue and bronze. I really do. I hope they don't do the silver. I really hope they don't. Hope they can at least have a teaser for September 1st. That would be great marketing. A teaser might be much. If they're just starting mid-July, because today's the 14th. If they're just starting and they're doing 2 seasons back to back, I think we could get something like this. Like, I think we could get like a behind the scenes look at, like, you know, Dominic Mclaughlin putting on the robes for the first time, the glasses, and even the new Hermione and Ron, you know, and them interacting. Not so much like a put together trailer or teaser, but more so of behind the scenes of, like, you know, filming's in session right now for the Back to Hogwarts event. We're definitely getting something from the TV series for the Back to Hogwarts event, which we will be co-streaming September 1st. But what it is, I think more might fall along the lines of a behind the scenes in the teaser. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I hope I am, because any footage we get would be clutch. But I think we'd get more behind the scenes than anything, if I were to guess. Let me see. I don't mind book accurate, but I just hope that actors that play these characters bring them to life and give Ron and Ginny their mojo back, what the films took from them. Especially Ginny. Yeah, justice for Ginny. Agreed. Larry, what is good? Happy Monday. Harry Potter news. Darn, I want to see the badge. I know. Everybody does. With Ginny representing the Ravenclaw accurate colors from Hogwarts Legacy. Hi, and I can't wait. Harry Potter series teaser trailer on Max, says Jenna. Agreed. Can't be the Sorting Hat ceremony they filming. Great Hall wasn't finished in the leaked Twitter pictures. Yeah, Lusick, that's a good point, which could go back to the leak or like rumor that their first scene is in the potions classroom. Since they were still building the Great Hall, which we covered last Wednesday. Check out our last live stream over on the channel. And so, yeah, you could be right. Like, this could back up the whole first scene being in the potions classroom because the Great Hall is not ready. And so, yeah, like all of that could be true. And they literally could be filming around the building of the sets that is still taking place, which is why we probably don't see the Dursleys, or at least his fit with the baggy pants and wearing his his big shirt and tucked in pants and stuff. Like, that's probably why we don't see that, and probably why they're starting here. So there could be some validity to that. Morning, Hufflepuff Zion War. What is good? Happy Monday. Yo, what's up, Lord Louis? Didn't know they were filming 2 seasons back to back. Prestos. Yes. That's, I was saying, I believe in the Variety article, which we'll go over. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Justice for all the Weasleys. Great, David and Kelly. Eeny meeny. Can't wait to see the whole Weasley family come together. I know. We do. I'm still waiting on the Ginny announcement. Any clues from the slate? So, Twim, that's what I was going to go over. So the director is Mark Mylod, which he and What's her name? They're the co-showrunners or something along those lines. Let me look it up. Hold on. It might even be in this article. McLaughlin, blah, 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 blah. They're talking about that. They're talking about the new casting. Francesca Gardner and director Mark Malloy, yes, of Succession. So, yeah, Francesca Gardner. So, Mark Malloy, he's done a lot of... His IMDb is insane. He's worked on, like, first a bunch of TV shows that I remember growing up with. At least it looks like the same mark. But let's go. Shameless. Let me see. Minority Report, Succession is the big one, at least recently. Minority Report, which I didn't know he was on, but that's the TV series. And again, a lot of TV series, if you check. Shameless, that's a big one. Once Upon a Time, that was an ABC show. Entourage, another HBO show. So he's worked with HBO before, alongside Succession, which I believe was on stuff. And then, let me see, he's got more. He did more stuff, if I remember correctly. Let me see, director. Last of Us, that's what it is. Okay, here we go. So he worked on an episode of The Last of Us, HBO, Succession, The Menu as a director, which was pretty good. Shameless again, Game of Thrones, which is HBO. The Affair, Once Upon a Time, which is Entourage, which was HBO. The Royal Family, The New Sofa, Welcome to the Cabin, Royal Family. Shameless again. I want to say he did some older stuff too. Maybe he was a producer. Let me check producer credits. Where does the producer credits go? Same stuff. Yeah. So all of his stuff, and now Harry Potter. So a lot of his stuff is TV oriented, which is why you have someone like that working on this, which I'm not mad about. DOP, director of photography, I believe, are Adriano Goldman. They have the date for July 14th, 2025. Lens shooting with the 18 millimeter, which is cool. Take one. Slate, episode 101, take one, scene one, which is crazy to see right there. So nothing too crazy in regards to information from this, outside of just fit. Shameless, oh snap. we won't hold Entourage against him. Mercury, Entourage was a popular show. So yeah, he worked on a lot of stuff. Holly Weddington is costume designer. She's just coming off Academy Awards for Poor Things, so expect good things from her. Amazing Stories goes back a minute. I used to love that show. That was a series produced by Spielberg. Yeah, okay, I do remember that. But good point on the costume designer, Steph. Like, again, there's just talent everywhere. Again, starting with Francesca Gardner, who was also on Succession, an Emmy-winning show, and has also done some stuff with HBO, like Game of Thrones and everything. Like, there's talent everywhere. And so, that being said, let's quickly read the article from Variety, which came out, which revealed the first look at Harry, stating, Harry Potter, first look. The new boy wizard debuts as HBO series begins filming. Sets 2027 release date. I'll talk more about that release date Wednesday, because this could coincide with Hogwarts Legacy. That date right there could coincide with Hogwarts Legacy. easily. So we'll talk more about that. But it states Hogwarts has reopened for a new term. HBO's Harry Potter TV series, the long-awaited and much hyped return to J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World, has officially started production at Warner Brothers Studios, Leavesden in UK. Almost 14 years to the day that Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 concluded Harry's journey on the big screen. The show has also revealed a first look at Dominic Mclaughlin as Harry Potter, smiling in costume, the character's signature round glasses and school uniform. McLaughlin is joined by Arabella Stanton as Hermione, Granger, and Alastair Stout, such a Scottish name, as Ron Weasley. The young trio were selected from more than 30,000 actors who auditioned in the casting call last fall. They announced it last summer, actually, in August, but they said last fall. New casting is announcements. Won't go into that. The series has also been confirmed to debut in 2027 on HBO and HBO Max, where available. Which Max just changed their name from Max to HBO Max. So the HBO portion is going to be for cable, so people who still use cable, and the HBO Max part is for the streaming side of Warner Brothers Discovery. Led by showrunner Francesca Gardner and director Mark Malloy of Succession, HBO's new take on the beloved book-turned-movie franchise will follow the young Potter as he discovers he's a wizard, leaves his Muggle family behind, and sets off to his Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Along the way, he befriends Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, and battles Voldemort. Elsewhere, and they go into the other castings that have been confirmed. And they say each of the 7 Harry Potter books will make up an entire season. Variety understands that shooting on season 1 is expected to last until the spring. Whoa! Of 2026, with season 2 then going into production after a short break. So we get 2 big confirmations when they'll be filming. Jeez, no wonder they said 2027. That's a long filming session. So if they started today, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, I believe, is the first. Good gracious. That's 9 months of filming. Wow. That's got to be to give them time to build the sets. Because there's no way you're filming 9 months. Wow. Spring of 2026. And again, we got confirmation of it going right back-to-back filming. Newly announced department heads joining costume designer Holly Waddington, which Steffe pointed out in chat, include Ariana Goldman, director of photography. That's what it is. Kate Hall, hair and makeup. Paul Herbert, stunt coordination. Mark Holtz, special effects supervisor Mara Schlapp. I hope I didn't kill that. Production designer Naomi Moore. Set decorator John Nolan. Creature effects design supervisor, which we're getting practical effects based off of that. And then Alexis Wajbrot, VFX supervisor, and Dom Sidololi, VFX producer. The series was written and executive produced by Gardner. Milo will executive produce and direct multiple episodes, which is being made by HBO in association with Bronte Film and TV and Warner Brothers Television. The series is executive produced by Rowling, which will have have her staple on this, Neil Blair and Ruth Kinley Letts of Bronte Films and TV, and David Heyman of Haydad Films. And you got to look at the cast. Wow. That's a mouthful. Post-production will take most of the time, for sure, which is why after spring and the rest of 2026, they'll be doing post-production. But it looks like production is 9 months, which is insane. James, these are children and rules about how many hours per day may impact the schedule too. Ooh, that's a good point. Hey, friggin' nerds in the house. Let's go. Sorry, I was reading all of that. That's a good point, Cindy. 9 months though. 9 months. That's a long time. I don't know how long I'm going off film. So normally film only takes 3 to 6 months, I would say, with 6 being at the like exact maximum, but that's for a movie. So a 8-episode season, 8 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot to me. That's a lot to me. We have to wait that long. Yeah, 27 could be the best year in a while if we get to show Hogwarts Legacy 2 and Kingdom Hearts. So I mean, like, you remember how it was when we got in 2023? We got Hogwarts Legacy. We got our first look at Quidditch Champions. And we got Magic Awakened that year. And I forgot Wizarding World-wise. Did we get the baking show? Was that 2023 or 2024? 2023 was pretty stacked in regards to Wizarding World stuff. So we could... 2024 could be something. So maybe it's not just 8 episodes, more like 13. I mean, it could be. It could be. They haven't confirmed how many episodes they are yet. But yeah, because it's usually 8 to 12. I know Marvel does 6, which I hate. 6 never feels like enough. But it could be, no, HBO, they usually do 8 to 12. Depending on, like, how much you want to do. I don't know, bro. That's a lot. But yeah, 2027 could be, like, magical for sure. KP Birdman! 4.5. Oh, gotcha. 3.5 months for each season. Well, they said they're going to stop filming season 1 in spring of 2026. Take a small break and then go into filming season 2. It looks like in 2026. Yeah. Each of the 7 Harry Potter books will make up an entire season. Variety understands that shooting season... That shooting on season 1 is expected to last until spring of 2026, with season 2 then going into production after a short break. So, shooting is supposed to end spring of 2026, with it just starting today. The baking was 2024. Okay, got it. Let me see. Stargazer says the other was about a bomber crew. Yeah, it's going to be well worth the wait, and my pockets will be crying. I mean, they announced the new Patronus wand too. Speaking of stuff, which again we'll talk about Wednesday. The first book isn't super long. They get longer from Goblet of Fire, that's another point I'm making too. Who said that? Mercury. The first book isn't that long. Which is why I think most of that production time, I'm thinking they're giving to build the sets. Because these are brand new sets. I think most of it is going into production, like set design, more so than anything. Because they're not done with Hogwarts, the platform in 93/4. They're not done with the Great Hall. We've been watching the leaks like the past month. They're not done yet. They're not done with a lot of the iconic locations. Which is why I think a lot of the shooting, or at least the filming at least, is going to be in other places. And they might save the beginning of the season where Harry is at Diagon Alley and Platform 9 3/4 and the Great Hall sorting ceremony. That might be pushed to the end of later into shooting, where they can maybe do a lot of the filming using the old sets. You know what I'm saying? I remember a couple other episodes. One where media turned into... Oh, they're talking about the other show. In comparison, filming began in September 2000, concluded in December 2010. So 10 years for 8 movies. True. But you're essentially filming two seasons within a year. and some change. No, it got to be a year and a half, almost 2 years. Hey, Yoko, what is good? I feel like they're going to take so long because of the minors being on set for so long, right? No, so Cindy made a good point, Chris, that work hours are going to be different for the adults than they would be for the kids. That's just rules and everything when it comes to, I want to, not underage working, but like, I mean, obviously they're actors, so like, it's not, they're actors, so it's not underage working, but child hours when it comes to actors are probably different than adults. So that could be a good thing. The show should be amazing depending on how they approach it. To paraphrase a quote, Mr. Oliver, I think we should expect great things from there. Yeah. Child actors. Yeah. The kids, David M. Kelly. So, yeah. The big thing that's standing out to me is like they're filming without the sets being done, but also it's going to take that long, and it's going to release in 2027, which means we could get it holiday 2027. I would prefer holiday, but they might do spring. When did they do Game of Thrones release? Let me see. House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. I felt like it was always like spring. I feel like Game of Thrones was spring. House of the Dragon was spring. Last of Us season 2 premiere date. April. Yep. Let me see. Season 1. April. Wait, that's season 2. Let me see season 1. January. Season 1 premiered in January 2023. Season 2 premiered in April 2025. Let me see House of the Dragon. Season 2 premiere date. June. That was summer. Let me see season 1. August. So House of the Dragon was later. So we could get a holiday. We could get a holiday reveal. That would be interesting. Maybe it will be released summer when they go back to school, going back to Hogwarts. Bro, that would be like... Those are the two dates I would like, Chica. Either release on September 1st, back to Hogwarts Day, or at least around that time period in 2027. Or around the holiday season, like November. Late November, December. That would be perfect. Because you got people at home, you got people hanging out. Harry Potter's always felt like a holiday movie. So, yeah. Back to Hogwarts Day 2027, I'm calling it, says Defe. Yeah, the Brits have proper restrictions on that stuff, unlike Hollywood, yeah. I also feel like they need to film as much as possible of the kids before they go through puberty changes, which hit around book 3 for most of the characters. Yeah, which is why the back-to-back seasons in regards to filming made sense. Agreed, Stefe. Do they take a break in between 2 and 3 so the actors grow up a little? I would assume so, since they're filming back-to-back seasons 1 and 2. I would assume so, yeah. And heck, these actors might even... I wonder if they're able to do other things, because they're definitely going to blow up now after the TV show. So I wonder if they get like offered other roles for like a movie or something along those lines, and maybe the studio waits for them to grow up. It's also going to depend on how. It's also going to depend on if we're going to get these seasons year after year, or is there going to be like a year in between? Like Last of Us season 1 came out in 2023. Last of Us season 2 came out in 2025. There's always like a year or two gap in between a lot of the shows, specifically for HBO. So 2027, Then for season 1, 2029, season 2, 31, but it's supposed to be a 10-year plan as well. So like I'm wondering how they're going to make that work for sure. Let me see. Chat saying I think they just mean more details and hopefully more accurate to the books. Yeah. Maximum 6 consecutive days, says Mercury. As Geeky Nerd celebrating 33 months of Patrol the Squad over on YouTube. For the love of Merlin, can we get the scar down the middle? I thought the scar was down the middle too, Geeky Nerds. But I guess they didn't really say specifically. When the original Harry Potter movie started, it was only 4-hour days. Really? I think just little things like Neville and give Harry Gillyweed is portrayed in the movies. Yeah. Let me see. Seems to be a maximum 12 hours a week, 5 hours a weekday during school term time, then a maximum 25 hours a week, 8 hours a weekday during holiday time for 14-year-old actors, according to a government website. Ooh, so we get a breakdown. So they say 12 hours a week. Oh, that's not a lot at all. Wow, and that's during school. So does holiday also count summer? Because I'm assuming they're not in school right now. And they said for 14-year-old actors. So it's got to be 14 years and older and younger, I believe. Probably filming chunks of time. Time of day with days of break. I'm sure they want seasonal filming too. Ooh. Parish, that's the biggest point right there. Waiting for the seasons to change. 9 months. They want to let the seasons change. They're on location. Parish, that's probably it right there. That's probably it. The seasons. That's a great point. 2027 is too far away. I know. Like 2025 is, we just got in the middle of 2025. The books never specify where, just indicated that it's on his forehead and often uses his bangs to cover it up. Keep in mind that's for the kids, James. Any scenes without the kids, they can still film that day if no other issues. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how many scenes we'll get with just the professors, for example, or the adults, without the kids. Because the kids populate the majority of the books because it's from Harry's perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, the scar fully in the middle would look a little silly. Yeah. Hey, Mac and Cheese, how are you doing? We're doing great. Getting hyped over the new look at the new Harry. That's crazy. Yeah, Parrish, you might hit it on the head with the season thing. He looks so cute. I think you nailed that. Let me see. That's crazy. Man, this is, and like now we're going to start getting set leaks. And I can't wait. Great day in the magical worlds. I know my OCD flares up seeing it off center. Says Geeky. I don't know. They film a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies in the middle of the summer where I live. No way. No, they don't. For real, Jenny? Yeah, I love it. New Gryffindor jumper looks cozy. That's what I wanted to look up. Here we go. Ooh, let me save this. Let me save this. We can do a compare and contrast. Twim! British rules for child actors and their work requirements is slightly different in U.S. California law, but still pretty strict, which is good to know. Let me see if we can do a compare and contrast with the fit, though. Let me see. It's a lot darker. It's a lot darker. Wow. It's a lot darker. I mean, also lighting is extra harsh here for Harry. But is this the Harry from Philosopher's Stone? Let me see, Harry Potter. This is not, let me see. Yeah, it checks. It checks. Yeah, the fits are a lot lighter. At least the sweater vest is a lot lighter. There's no red. Whereas both of these, whereas this has more red. This, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This tie design feels more 90s. This tie design feels more 90s. Then he has those red lights in his hair. Yeah. Looks like, yeah, this does look like Chamber of Secrets. Daniel, but honestly, is not that big a difference if you look at this photo here or even this photo. It's not that big a difference. But this also looks like the Hermione from Chamber as well. Yeah. That's accurate. That's the accurate one. It looks like the same one from Chamber of Philosopher's Stone. Tiny sweater look less theatrical. I like the fit. Yeah, this feels 90s. I was also thinking that they could do a lot of filming at night, which limits what the kids can do even. Yeah, he looks more like my imagination. Daniel Radcliffe was always so intense. Windows blocking a bit. Oh, sorry. I'm going to be honest. This one looks more. This one looks more. I think I agree with Hillary. He seems more book accurate than Daniel, even though Daniel was like right on. You know what I'm saying? He seems more book accurate. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Hillary. I like the new clothes better, says to him. Yeah. Corgi Dad, nice to see you. I know off topic, but only a few more Sundays until our T's collide. Hey, I'm just saying. Take it easy on us. That's all I'm asking, Corgi Dad. I have. Oh my gosh, I was just at a football camp not too long ago. I won't go into because I really can't talk about it too much. But football season upon us. I'll just say that. Bro, I'm so ready for fantasy. My peeps are already hitting me up some fantasy stuff. Like, I'm ready to go against y'all. Let's go. What's up, Michael? What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. That's also Chamber Secrets promo stuff. It is, but the fits are the same. The fits are the same. Daniel was always too Hollywood-esque looking to be Harry, in my opinion. Nothing against Daniel. Like, I think Daniel embodied Harry for our time. But yeah, this... Let me see if I can get a look. Draco. See if I can get a look. What is this? Let me see Daniel Radcliffe. Oh my gosh, look at them. I just want to see the robes. Because the robes look the same. Because that's Chamber of Secrets right there. Yeah, the robes are completely different. I prefer the new one. I prefer the new one. Mr. Keys, what is up? Happy Monday. New Daniel looks more childlike. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Keys. What's good, bud? There will be multiple seasons. Like season will be a year of Hogwarts. Yeah. Each season is a year of Hogwarts, just like each book was a year of Hogwarts. Exactly. But yeah, if we're doing compare and contrast, yeah. I think I might like this fit better. Let me see 90s ties. Y'all gonna have me looking up 90s ties now. Y'all gonna have me looking up 90s ties. Hold on. 90s style ties. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have this tie actually. I have this tie. Yeah, so just even looking at the style of ties, yeah. This feels like a 90s style tie. This looks like this. Because the solid colors on this one didn't feel 90s at all. It felt more Wizarding World than 90s. Now, they could be going off the 80s or whatever, stuff like that. But this tie specifically, this feels 90s. 90s style. Sweater. Vest. Oh my gosh, the sweater vest from the back of the day. Bro. Yeah. Yeah. I like this. I like this. I like this better than that. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, Cindy, stay safe. Whoa, house just shook. Chilling, man. Coffee shop, free Wi-Fi, so I'm probably lagging, but great to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Same to you. It's good to see you, man. I'm not only on Twitch as much, so good to see you. I'm back, Sister Faye. Being born in the 90s, I like the new tie better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This feels more 90s. All of this feels more 90s. All of this feels more 90s. Reminds me a bit of some of my father's ties. Exactly. You're not getting storms, James. I'm getting rocked also. I'm not getting storms. Yeah, we're not getting storms yet, Hillary. I definitely like the burgundy more than the gray. So do I. I hope there's like a gold for Hufflepuff or like a navy blue for Ravenclaw. Or forest green. I still have the suit a family friend set aside the last of the suit. Passed the comfy clothes instead. They suited him better. Gotcha. Yo, I can't wait. I want to know what this is going to look like. I want to know what the crest is going to look like. Is it going to be similar to this? Like, look at the patchwork. The robes look the same, though. The robes look very similar. The robes look very similar. I don't see that here, though. Like how it would attach. But yeah, the robes look very similar. Bro, it's... the two Harrys. I'm excited. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. And I mean, again, like they just started filming, so everything's pretty fresh, everything's pretty new. And they have a lot to knock out, but my gosh. And then they're not even, the crazy thing is, they're not even done casting. They've announced Madam Hooch, Ollivander, Dudley, and Neville casting today. They announced that. And so, again, we'll go over that Wizarding Wednesday. So, they're not even done, because we still don't have a Ginny. We still don't have the Weasley twins, Fred and George. They're all going to be in the first series. They have to be in the first season, I'm sorry. And who else? Who else do we know? Grab and Goyle. I don't think they've announced Grab and Goyle yet. Who else we're missing? Teachers. Yeah, more professors. Professor Trelawney, Professor Flitwick. Like, there's still a ton of characters they haven't announced castings for. So, yeah. Can't wait to see the Quidditch uniforms. Oh, I know, Jordan. I know. I want to see the other houses' fits. I wonder if each vest is a dark shade of house colors. That's what, at least it looks like so far, Parrish. That's what it looks like. Hi, I'm French, and there's a rumor going around here that some shots of the lighthouse scene have already been filmed in France. I've heard that too, Oakley's. Also, welcome to the stream, Bars. Yeah, I've heard that too. We talked about that a week or two ago. I've heard that too. But those are just rumors right now. But yeah, I've heard that. Another rumor says Yuri in chat. They intend to cast Ginny very late during filming. Interesting. I wonder why. Oh, Peas hasn't been casted. Yeah. They haven't cast Peas. You're right, Christian Gamer. So yeah, there's still a ton of roles. They haven't yet. Do you think with the darker fits, they film a darker style with the show? What do you mean by darker? Because that could apply to a lot of things. What do you mean by film darker? Because darker in tone, no. There's no way it's going to be darker in tone. You build to that. This is because again, the books were always through the perspective of Harry, so it seemed bright, it seemed new, it seemed whimsical. He came from a life that was dark, that was harsh, that was horrible, living in a closet, with bugs and everything. So his interpretation of the Wizarding World and him being able to use magic was like when Dorothy went to the Wizard of Oz. She was in, black and white, living at home, and a tornado's going to hit her. And then when she visits Oz, it's in Technicolor. So, yeah. The series needs to be hella colorful. Exactly. Darker Senses HBO, not necessarily for kids. So are you talking just like, I'm assuming you're talking like LUTs. I'm assuming you're talking like film grain. I'm assuming you're talking like how they film it. Because, Last of Us is dark looking, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. What's the one with, what's her name in there? Gosh, I can't remember the show. So yeah, HBO shows even the new Penguin show. Their film LUTs is pretty dark. So okay, I can see if you're going off of that, I can see why you would say that. I think with Harry Potter, you have to be different. This is one of the few shows on HBO that is geared towards kids. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they don't go that route, even though that is their MO, for sure. HBO always felt like TV shows that were movies, and so that's what merits the Harry Potter show being on HBO. But in regards to look and feel, yeah, I hope it's brighter because you're going to attract a completely different audience than you would with Emporia, whatever it's called, or House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, Last of Us, The Wire, Sopranos. I can go on and on. All the HBO standouts from back in the day. Hey, welcome back, Becky. I wonder how they're going to make the wands look too. I thought so when they announced the new Patronus wand. I thought we were going to get our first look at the wand designs for this TV show. Because you got to believe they're going like different for the wands. Like you got to think they're going a little bit different. Just for marketing purposes alone and selling merchandise. Like just for marketing and merchandise alone, you got to think there's going to be different. So now there's a new collection of wands we need to collect. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think they're going to go new and different, not too different, but maybe some nods to the original wand designs from the movies, with some slight iterations. I feel like Back to Hogwarts, they will show off the wands. Back to Hogwarts is going to be open. It's going to be Back to Hogwarts Day. They could do a lot. They could do a lot for Back to Hogwarts Day. It's just going to depend, bro. It's just going to depend on what they want to show. If they're filming for 9 months, at least, because spring starts, March, April? April normally. So that's 9 months. If they're filming for at least 9 months, and filming started today, there's not much they would have filmed between now and September 1st. But wands could be there because you would assume, props-wise, they would have those already designed. They would have already had conceptual designs drawn and then models made, and then, they get to pick. And those are the ones they're going to go with, With subtle changes, I know during Fantastic Beasts, Dumbledore's original wand, young Dumbledore, played by my boy, his original wand was different than the one he ended up with. So there could be some differences and changes, but who knows? The wands might not even be finalized. How many times does Harry use his wand in the first season? Also, so like little things like that. But he does. I mean, obviously, he does get his wand from Ollivander. We see it there, but it's just going to be so open. And my thing is, what else are they going to show? Is it going to be heavy TV series for Back to Hogwarts Day, or is it going to be a good mix of other things? Like, what do they have planned? Season 2 for the baking show, the Harry Potter baking show? Are they bringing back the quiz show? Are there going to be more exhibitions? And I know they're opening some other studio tours and stuff elsewhere. They got to feature the Epic Universe in Orlando, since they got the Ministry of Magic location there now. So they're going to talk about that in Back to Hogwarts Day. So it just depends on how heavy the TV show is going to have a presence, and if we have other things to talk about outside of the TV show or the Epic Universe theme park. So it's just going to depend. Hey, Nagara, what is good? Cafe Fungus. Hey, I'm here. What did I miss? Your first look at Harry, at the new Harry, and a lot of the details coming regarding the TV show. So this is your first look. On set. Filming date, July 14th, 2025. Episode 101, which is episode 1. Take 1, scene 1. Shooting out at 18 millimeters. So, and we talked about the scar, how it has a healing look in comparison to the movie where the scar looked pretty fresh. This seems to look healed over the 10 years, which is a nice little subtle detail. We were talking about his eyes. Could it be green? It's like grayish silver with blue tones, but it looks like it could pass as green. We even went over the messy hair and the drip. The tie feels more 90s, which is at 91 is when he attends Hogwarts, or 92. So even the change in the sweater vest being not gray anymore compared like we saw in the movies, but more of a reddish maroon or burgundy to represent obviously the Gryffindor colors. So we were talking about, is it going to be like this for Slytherin, like a dark forest green with the colors along the collar, and gold for Hufflepuff with the colors of black along the collar, black and white possibly, or even Ravenclaw with the navy blue and the blue and bronze represented along the collar. So stylistically right now, it looks very 90s and looks very to date. And just the small details look like they're paying attention to everything. Again, even going back to the messy hair and the glasses. God, he looks like James Potter too. Like he looks like he could be a James Potter. Like, it's so crazy. So our first look, we also got details regarding how this is going to release in 2027, not 2026. We knew it was either 2026 or 2027, but they officially reported, thanks to Variety, that it's going to come out in 2027, and they have confirmed also that they will be filming back to back, with filming starting today, going into spring of 2026 for the first season, with a small break in between before they go into filming season 2, capitalizing on the youth of these kids before they start growing and the growth spurts hit around the 12 to 13 year mark for these kids. So at least filming the first 2 years while they're young and look this similar before they start growing, like we saw in Prisoner of Azkaban and of course Goblet of Fire with the movie. So a lot of details, also a new announcements with cast coming through, with Madam Hooch being announced today alongside the Dursleys. Who was it? Neville was announced, and Ollivander. So those are the four. Dudley, Ollivander, Madam Hooch, and Neville all announced today as well in the Variety article. So a lot of news. Again, most of that we'll cover in Wizarding Wednesday because I don't want to have nothing to talk about, but we might have a lot to talk about still on top of that. His hair is definitely a lot more messy, and it's great. Yeah, Yuri, agreed. Agreed. A lot more messy. Natural green eyes are hard to come by. I have green in my eyes, but certain colors make them appear more brown and gray. Ooh, good to know, Hillary. So that's another good point by Hillary right there. Now the phrase "you have your mother's eyes" will be accurate, says Metatron. Yeah, agreed. John says, "Is it me or does he actually look like the actor who played James Potter in movies with that hairstyle?" Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He reminds me of James Potter from the movies a lot. Which, I mean, he looks just like James. Harry looked like just like his dad, but he has his mother's eyes, so that's a good thing. New Harry Potter is amazing, says Zachary. Yeah, agreed. The movie Red was too red. Yeah. I would say I would concur. Steffe, we never don't have something to talk about on Wizarding Wednesday. That's true, Britta. That's true. Wait, smirks. Every single time I look at this new actor's face, I can't help but think of Harry Potter fan YouTuber. Yeah. Honestly, I can see that. I honestly think he has grayish eyes. They change in a lot of different lighting. Yuri, yeah, I can see the grays for sure. For sure. And I'm not mad at that take, so. And that could be a benefit, especially with the lighting. They might light him differently. And they might not even need to go into post-production to change his eyes harshly. Honestly, think, not gonna lie, he looks like Harry more than Radcliffe to me. Brawley, we were saying that earlier as well. Like, I think Twitch, they said Radcliffe looked more of a like Hollywood Harry Potter, where this one seems more natural. Like Daniel seemed like more Hollywood. So let me see. So yeah, I see that for sure. But I mean, Daniel killed it either way. This is our first look at him, but I'm I'm very excited about this take. I am very excited about this take. He was like, Tessa netting. Really? You think so? As long as his eyes color matches his mother's, I'm happy with the color being blue. Ooh, Becky, that's a good point. Maybe they make Lily's a little bit more bluish. A younger Tessa netting. The Gryffindor house and the colors in the movies were a little more like blood red and yellow. Yeah, it wasn't like maroon instead of scarlet and gold. Yep. Like the books. I got quite emotional earlier as my memory was flooding back to 2000 casting announcements. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I talked about this last Wednesday, but like, most of us are old enough to have remembered the build-up to the first Harry Potter movie, and now being here for the first Harry Potter TV series. And so it just feels like it's come full circle, because like information wise, and again, we talked about this Wednesday, we would have to go off like news channels like Entertainment Tonight, or just overall news, Hollywood, whatever you want to say, even like MTV, news. Or magazines and newspapers. Like, that's how we got our information. Internet was still relatively, young in 2000. And, like, you had AOL and you still had forums and everything like that. But, like, the way we're getting information now at such a speed, and the way it's leaking now because of the access that we have with today's technology, it just feels more, like, faster when it comes to the information and more tangible. Whereas, like, you would read an article from a newspaper that was on a stand in the store because we didn't buy those certain newspapers, so we would just rush to the newspaper or magazine aisle at the store just to see updates or get game codes, or try to see how to beat like Zelda Ocarina of Time or something like that. It's just information wasn't as readily available, steadily available, and the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate how new a lot of this stuff felt back in the day in comparison to now. You were really shocked when you saw things in the movies, Now everything's kind of spoiled so readily because of their access. But at the same time, I'm able to, you're able to build up hype even more because you have leaks, you have footage, you have set photos, you have official images. And so the hype is just different. And the hype has reached a wider audience because of social media compared to, school. I can only talk to people at school or, in the neighborhood about what was going on. So it's just pretty cool looking back, and I love it. I was like 4 or 5, says Chris. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna. Well, I was 2000. I was 15, 14 or 15. So yeah, I just aged myself. Hey everyone, what's up, Barbara? Just with production had already started. Yeah. A lot more polished too. Yeah, Steffi, agreed. I was too young for those castings, says, who said that, Chris? Yeah, for sure. This takes says gritty realism to me in a good way, says Brita Critter. Yeah, I don't know, gritty is the word. I say realism for sure, but I don't know if gritty is the word yet. I don't know if gritty is the one. In my opinion. So I was 4 at most, says David. Yeah, y'all are babies. For sure. Y'all are babies. And I love you for it. But either way, man, this is exciting. It's exciting news. And I can't wait to dive deep into it Wednesday with you guys concerning not only the new look at Harry, but the other castings. Hopefully we get more announcements since they're filming now. Hopefully we get more stuff coming throughout the week and stuff. I mean, we're already steadily getting drips of stuff. We talked about Hogwarts Express. They have their new Hogwarts Express, and just like so many things is happening. I'm 39. I just turned 40. What? April? Yeah, April. So, yeah. And I mean, that just goes to show also like how much of a reach the Potter brand has for us to be in such different, age ranges, and still it affects us in the way it does. It's just so crazy. It's just going to be so crazy. I'm so excited. Y'all. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. I'll be 38 in October. Let's go. I was nearly 40 in 2000, since that Yeah, 2000, 2001. I was 24, says Jenna. April, turned 21, April 29th. Nice. Raleigh, yeah, mine is around the 23rd, 24th. I'm 29, I feel so young, says Chris. You are young. I was 7 when the first book was released. Is gone by so quickly, says Becky. Yeah. 32 in October, 20, says Times and Space. Ooh, I'm April 30th. Let's go. We got April babies in the chat. I'll be 38 in December. Let's go, Hill. A December baby. Do you still get your 2 gifts for December babies? Do you guys still get your 2 gifts for your birthday and Christmas? Even Hermione has joined the action. Oh, she posted on her Instagram. Oh, she just posted a picture. Okay. Ah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But that being said, I got to get ready for stuff. I got to finish up some work stuff. And then I got practice. And then I'll come back and do some more work and everything. But, what was it? Okay. But I will say, for those of you guys on Twitch and enjoy non-Wizarding World content as much as Wizarding World content, I'll be on with Mario, aka Friggin' Nerd Mario, and Friggin' Nerds Media, talking about the new Superman movie, which I've seen twice. And so I'm excited to talk about that and kind of share my thoughts. So be sure to join us tomorrow night. It'll probably be sometime after 8 p.m. Eastern. I know that's going to affect our our cats overseas, but essentially you get me live every day this week. So today we're live now. Tomorrow we'll be live with Mario talking Superman, and then Wizarding Wednesday, where we hopefully be able to celebrate our 5 years, but mostly dive right into the Harry Potter series and the new castings and some of my expectations when it comes to the show, alongside some of you guys' thoughts and stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of live streams this week, so be sure to check us out there. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe over on YouTube and follow over on Twitch. It's a great way to support the channel. And speaking of support, Patrona Squad coming in clutch, supporting in a monetary way. It literally keeps the lights on when it comes to the channels. So thank you to all those who have been part of Patrona Squad for however long you have been. 3-year marks for a lot of you. It'll be in August, I believe, or late July. So I'm excited to see the new badges on some of you guys. But it's been fun, man. It's been fun just talking about the Harry Potter. It's been, I want to say, 2 months strong. We've been talking about the TV series alongside Hogwarts Legacy. So a lot to talk about. It's a good time to be a Harry Potter fan, but more so just to share that excitement with the community. It's always a pleasure, and we appreciate you guys giving us a platform to do so, and you guys filling that platform with your excitement, with your love for the IP, but with your positivity as well, and not being afraid to share your thoughts, positive or negative, regarding this awesome fandom that we've been a part of for so long. So I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation Wednesday with you guys, and again, if you want to talk Superman, we'll be over there tomorrow night. But until then, I want to thank you guys and shout out again Friggin' Nerds Media, Mr. Keys over on Twitch, Eeny Meeny Miny Mo on YouTube and Twitch as well. Good friends of the channel, and great positivity coming from those creators in regards to not just positivity, but great content, but overall good human beings. So show some love to them over on Twitch and YouTube, and until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, Discord. Join Discord. The conversation is still going there. The conversation is still going there. So join Discord. We're going to be talking all week. We showed off some of our wands and stuff there. So join Discord. It's a good time. Link will be in the description there. And shout out to the mods who hold it down, not just here, but also in Discord, keeping everything safe and keeping stuff updated. Shout out to Steffe and Jerry, who helped with the changes and stuff. Stargeezer running the polls. Becky running the news cycles, and Parrish and Mech holding it down when it comes to Magic Awakened. We have community games every Saturday with Magic Awakened and Parrish and Mech, and then shenanigans with Cindy and everybody over there in the shenanigans crew on Sundays. So content throughout the week, even if it's not just on the channel, for sure. So it's a good time just to hang with good people. So consider checking it out. But anyway, I gotta go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ryan Little. Ryan Little.